most of the lips pucker out, right? But then the sides indent. This is like, it's almost like some kind of a universal rule. So when you're modeling the mouth, try to accommodate for that. Because if you're trying to do it without the indentation around the corners, then it's gonna look kind of weird. So, yeah, indent the corners. I see the problem. This edge loop is going into the mouth. It needs to go around the face. Well, it's almost at the point of... it's almost what I was aiming for, what I was going for. Almost. You can, after you get like the correct topology, you can keep tweaking it until you eventually get what you're looking for. I'm going to try to avoid doing further modifications, too many modifications with this thing, because well, just for like the purposes of the tutorial, like the purpose of this tutorial is to like show a method that you can use in order to like do something like this, build ahead. And I know someone out there is probably gonna say or think, oh, if you're gonna do something like that, you should be doing it perfectly the first time. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you got a point there. I can't really argue with that. I really should have had like a practice run before doing this or something. But yeah, I can't really argue with that. But all the things, regardless if my approach was flawless or not, everything I covered is like still there. It's still to be taken into consideration when I'm tired. When you're building one of these things, it's all about the principles, right? Now, to close up, what I'm gonna do, yeah, it looks like I messed up in some of my edge loops. Like they're not going in the right places over here. Like the eyes should be going to the mouth, right? And the edge of the face should be going under the chin. And but because these loops aren't like panning out the way they're supposed to be, it kind of looks like the edge of the face is going into the mouth when it shouldn't be going into the mouth, and it's kind of like messing things up. So my topology is a little weird, it's a little messed up. So you really need to try and be really careful about how you approach that part of the face. Maybe I'll do another tutorial later on to fix that problem, or maybe not. I still feel like this tutorial covers a lot of the basics and the principles for modeling something using Blender, even though it's not, I'll admit, flawless. I apologize for that. Yeah. Okay, to like finish up, close up, I'm gonna like add some eyes to this character's model and some teeth. Now I'm not gonna like build eyes or teeth because I've already got like eyes and teeth sitting around on my desktop somewhere. So I'm gonna go over to File, Import, OBJ, and I'm gonna check my desktop for eyes object. The eyes object. And when I zoom out, you need to import them one at a time, otherwise it's not going to work. Is this like in the same object? I'm going to swap out of object mode for a second. My two meshes are filling in space and my head mesh is somewhere else. If I move my head mesh anywhere, okay, it's a separate object. I just had to check. Delete that guy. Don't really need that guy. You'll notice that my eyeball over here, if I hit the slash button on the number pad, it'll like isolate that specific object. There's my eyeball. It's actually got two meshes. I'll go into it so you guys can check it. The external mesh for my eyeball there's the external mesh for my eyeball. That's going to be like have a glassy, transparent material. And then there's my internal eyeball, and that's going to be like the color stuff. So it's going to be like the white and the iris and the black part of it. And why did it come in as two different colors? Well, whichever. So you take that guy, and as you can see here, the object's pivot point is all the way over here, and my eyeball is all the way over here. This is because I built this model in a different application. I think I used Maya to build it, and then I just exported it as an OBJ. It was actually part of a different character. I just like exported it and stuck it in here. What you can do is from object mode, excuse me, go over to Object Tools, Origin, and you can change the position of the pivot point of your object. So I'm gonna click Geometry to Origin, and it's gonna teleport to the center of the screen. And as you can see, my other model was super huge compared to this model. Weird, I can't seem to like change my my zoomy thing for this thing. I'm kind of like it's like my camera's like stuck or something. Okay, there we go. Almost. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, I just toggled the number pad, so now it's like zooming properly now, and it's not like going all over the place and being all crazy. So I'm gonna take this guy, select all. What if I can do from object mode? Scale him. Position him inside the eye socket. Check my super special menu. It just occurred to me that my guy is like all polygonal and weird. So I'm gonna go, you have to do it inside of the object edit menu thing. Go to shade smooth. That makes my eyeball like nice and smooth. Exit object mode and position that guy in there. After you have that eye properly positioned, you can duplicate it. And you can like select multiple objects, and you can join them. And oops, it just blew up in my face. So file, import, tongue. Now my tongue over here, where is it? 3D space. My tongue over here isn't just tongue, it's also teeth. And it's not just teeth, it's like made up of a bajillion different objects. So in order to accommodate for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like group some of these objects together. Let's move these guys out first. And what you do, how you group, is you have to use Control G or Shift G. And you can tell if something has been grouped or not. Here we go, that's what I'm looking for. Because you get this little grouped menu here. And it'll actually tell you if something has been grouped or not. So let's see here. What was I? Yeah. So I imported this these teeth into my shindig, and I set the origin of all the teeth to the geometry. If you set the geometry to the origin, then all the position of these teeth are gonna like fly all over the place. You don't want that to happen. So now what I'm going to do in order to like move and scale these teeth simultaneously, so I have like more control over them and whatnot, I'm going to select all these guys and I'm going to assign them a group. I gotta make sure that everything, they got like the right objects selected, otherwise it's not going to work right. So now press Shift G. Here's the Control G. Control G. And that turns into group. And over here, you can change the group name to upper teeth. Now for these guys, select these guys. All these guys do the same thing. Make sure you got all of your teeth selected. Alright. Press Control G and lower teeth. I guess I'll select everything. Select everything. Control G, all teeth. I guess that would be best. So take your all teeth, reposition. Damn it. Reposition your teeth into your character's head. And if you notice, if you have an object selected, the groups window underneath object here will show you what groups are associated with that selected object. And if you press Shift G, you can select a group or a related connected group object. G group all teeth. There we go. Don't miss that menu though, because if you miss this menu, then you're not going to be selecting anything, and that messes me up all the time. So you position those guys, those teeth in there. Pretty funny. It's like fake dentures or something. I probably need to make it a little smaller. And you can tweak it as you see fit. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for my tutorial. Oh wait, one more thing I want to show in Blender. Modifiers. Here we go. It's the smooth modifier. And it essentially works like subdivision surfaces. It's another type of smooth. Oh, here it is. Subdivision. And it just makes it like nice and smooth and, well, nice and smooth. And it makes it look, well, nice and smooth. But you can use the subdivision surfaces to detect any problems with your mesh. And it seems to be like a common problem where if you model it in a certain way, you'll get like a weird line cutting through your mesh or something like that. And that's got something to do with the normals. The first time I tried building something with Blender, I got it. I'm not getting it here right now for some reason. I don't understand why. But in order to fix it, what you do is you press Shift N, or was it Control N? It was one of those two buttons. And what it does is it essentially fixes the plane's normals. What this type of normal means, it refers to which directions your planes are facing, are aiming at. So if they're aiming in different directions, they're going to create weird lines and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to cover for my tutorial. So that's all for now. So until next time, keep modeling and have fun.